things have kind of gone out of hand in the garden. So there's containers everywhere as I've been going through things and pulling out spring bulbs or plants that died. And we've got a lot of stacked up containers as well as just clutter in general in the garden. Hopefully I can muster up the motivation to tidy all of this up, but at the very least we can get started and see where we get. You get what you get and you don't get upset. Oh my god, freshly cut lawn. They just cut the lawn this morning. It does look rather nice. That's the kind of lawn that Matthew likes. That's not the kind of lawn that I like. I like my clover. So we compromise and we let the clover grow out and then we mow it. So that's all my seed starting trays and pots and things cleaned up from the garden. I put them here in the corner for now. I'm gonna have to take some time and rinse them off and scrub them down. Woo! Windy breeze! So yeah, it will not be today that I clean those up, but it will be in the very near future, or Matthew will have my head. I also went through and pulled out a bunch of those black nursery pots that I have from around the garden and stacked them back up here in the corner. They're going to hopefully live stacked up in my shed, but I will stack them all up into one neat column and then put them against the shed for now. The big thing that's taking up a lot of space right now in the garden or in this area is my worm bin. So my worm bin here had a bunch of tomatoes growing in it. I took those off. That's an old beat up towel that I was using to keep moisture in last year. They ate through the towel, obviously. So what I'm thinking is I need to amend the containers. Once I replant all these containers, I'll just amend it with some of these, some of this worm compost that I have here. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm so sick, you guys. Another thing that I want to do is I laid down some cardboard over here where the annual weeds were getting really bad over here where I have these dahlias in the shade. So I'm going to come through, I think, with a few loads of mulch that I still have in the driveway and just dump that along here so we can get those smothered out and kind of get this area under control. Now that these ranunculus have really finished up the season, and next week, by the way, it's going to get up to 90 degrees. June 1st, the first of next month, the official day of summer, it is going to be 90 degrees. The ranunculus are done, so it's probably time to pull them. I am going to try to dry out the corms and see if we can keep them. Again, the anemones I'm going to leave in place. I'm going to let those die back, and then I'm going to just give them a heavy mulch and hope that they perennialize and come back next year. But that means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got these 4 sort of barrel containers that I could put things like melons, squash, etc. in. And I have a round of bokashi compost too. That would be great because we can split it amongst these containers and revitalize the nutrients for the next round of growing stuff. But I think that is gonna be a different time. Not today. I don't feel up to it. I feel up to mulching some spots real quick like we talked about. I'm gonna grab a load of mulch for the dahlias back there in that area, and anywhere else where the weeds are getting pretty bad and out of control, I'll lay down cardboard and I'll just spot mulch real quick. Okay, so it's the next day, guys, and we are improvising since my wheelbarrow tire has got a really crappy leak on it. So we are doing this all by hand and using Julian's little wagon. We have got the areas of this mulched. That's all I really have the energy for today, guys. Still kind of sick. It's kind of like in my chest at this point. I did want to leave you guys with a really quick tip. When you're gonna do a deep mulch over your garden, water your garden first. I watered the garden this morning before I laid down the mulch in those areas to make sure that it was fully saturated before I put the mulch on, because a lot of time if you water after you lay the mulch and your soil's already dry, your water isn't going to reach and penetrate your soil well. So water first, then mulch. And thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. We'll see you next time.